what you would do if you wanted to find the answer, which is to compare outcomes in a fully vaccinated group to health outcomes in an unvaccinated group. And CDC did that study in 1999. They brought in a team of scientists under a Belgian researcher named Thomas Verstraeten, and they looked at the data. They looked at children who had received the hepatitis vaccine within the first 30 days of life, and compared those children to children who had received the vaccine later or not at all. And they found an 1,135% elevated risk of autism among the vaccinated children. And it shocked them. They kept the study secret, and then they manipulated it through 5 different iterations to try to bury the link. And, we know how they did it. They got rid of all the older children, essentially, and just had younger children who were too young to be diagnosed. And they stratified the data, and they did a lot of other tricks. And all of those studies were the subject of that kind of trickery.
Hi, my name is Dr. Rubin, and this is nothing new, and it's not that hard to point out that RFK Jr. is lying to your face because he's talked about this many times in the past. In fact, there was an expose done by Forbes back in 2014 talking about this very issue where there's this conspiracy that at a CDC meeting that particular researcher was having his information suppressed, but that is far from the truth. I personally think that RFK Jr. is salty that his expose article that was published back in 2005 ended up being retracted a few years later because it had many factual errors. The meeting that he's referring to is the 2000 Simpson-Wood CDC conference that lent over a lot of data concerning vaccines and autism, specifically with that mercury-based preservative thimerosal. And the particular researcher that he was talking about was discussing his research at length for dozens of pages. This is just a part of the transcript that's 286 pages long. And you can even see there's a significant downward trend suggesting the more thimerosal, the less likely to be injured. So the lies that RFK Jr. told Tucker Carlson are not new. And if you want to help combat these lies, share this post with as many people as possible and follow to stay informed.